What's up, guys? Just pulled up to the second job of the day. The sun is out. It's feeling so much better. When I came out this morning, I was freezing. I'm not ready for the winter, but we will make do. Okay, so this is a pretty simple job. 4 rugs. I just looked at them. They're not very dirty, which is my favorite. As carpet cleaners, we enjoy cleaning things that are already clean, maintaining them, if you will. So the first order of business is I need some water. My tank is pretty low. This is my tank right here. Well, I think it's right here. It's not crazy low, but I never know when I'm going to get last minute requests, so I like to be topped off. So I'm going to connect to the customer's water. Looks like they've been watering their lawn. This is a new neighborhood, this pretty new house. So I actually cleaned the house for the neighbor, and they referred me. So I always try to get referrals. Cannot beat word of mouth. So that's why I try to work so hard, make sure the customer's happy, and keep the schedule full. So let's go ahead and connect to this water. Okay. Oh, that's tight. There we go. Okay, great. We can hear it filling up. There's a float located inside the tank, and it will cut off when it gets full. Okay, so like I said, they have 4 rugs. The first part of cleaning the carpet is to do a thorough vacuuming. Customer actually said he just vacuumed already. So that actually saves me some time. So that's the first step, vacuum. And the next step is to apply pre-spray. And every single job is different. You don't just apply the same formula, the same ratio, because it just won't end well. So this one, I'm going to make very, very light. The colors are darker. And then I'm going to apply an acid rinse to neutralize the alkaline pre-spray that we apply. That's very important. And this is where I keep the rinse right here. It gets injected into the machine and comes out of the metal wand part that cleans, right? And so it's basically chemistry. Feel like I'm in high school. I need a Bunsen burner or something. So I'm actually going to use my pump-up sprayer to really make sure that this pre-spray is super duper light. So grab that right here. And there's a tiny bit in here, so I'm going to dump that out and add my pre-spray. It comes in a powder, and then I simply add water, shake it up, spray it, do some mild agitation, and then we rinse it out. Okay. Why am I pumping this up? That's muscle memory. I'm so used to pumping, I just immediately started pumping when I needed to be pouring it out. So I got the empty pump-up sprayer now. I went to the curb and started pumping. I'm about to clean the concrete. Oh, creatures of habit we are. Okay, this is the pre-spray that I use. I've been using this for about 10 years. There's so many different products that are available. You know, whatever works for you, stick with that. So I'm gonna pour that in there. Like I said, just a little bit. Oh boy. Okay, the part that actually cleans the carpet is called the wand. This is my wand. It is very basic, but it gets the job done. There are many different fancy models out there. I actually thought about getting one of these high-end ones. The one that I want, I think it's like $1,300, but I'll hold off for that. For now, this one is just fine. And mine is actually outfitted with a little clamp that I use. This is how I mount my camera so that I can get some good shots. And it's very easy to adjust. I can adjust it. I can move it down. I can move it up. And I use it quite a bit because I make videos pretty much every day. All right, next order of business is to grab the high pressure line. This is where the hot water and steam come out. I believe I have 250 feet worth. So that comes in handy. So I'm gonna pull that out. Okay, next order of business is to grab my tarps here. We use these to put on the floor. A lot of times customers will have either hardwood or laminate, and that high pressure hose gets super duper hot. We want to make sure we don't burn people's floors, leave burn marks. So I have these painting tarps. We will lay those down and put the high pressure hose on top of them. Okay, now we have to grab the vacuum hose. The part that connects to the wand, I believe, is 1.5 inches. And the regular part is 2 inches. And this is not very fun to deal with because it's so bulky and long. And so it comes in sections. So you have to grab a section, disconnect it so that it's manageable as you go throughout the home. And you have to be very careful because these hoses have ridges in them. And these ridges can damage the corners in the home. You know, many carpet cleaners use, they're called corner guards. Very effective. I personally don't use them. You know, I'll be honest. Probably should, but I'm just very good at preventing damage. One, because I had a moving company for 10 years, and I've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages. So I'm just, you know, well versed in paying money for damages, and so I don't damage anything because I'm the one that has to pay for it. So even without my corner guards, I'm not damaging any corners because I don't have any money to be paying for nothing. So I'm dragging this in the house, and then you have to reconnect it depending on how much you need, all right? Okay, so I should only need one more section. So this section will connect to the vacuum line in the truck. And then the other side will connect to my filter. All right, so this will go into this tube right here, which is where the powerful suction comes from. Put that there. And now we are going to connect this end to this filter right here. And this filters any large sediment and dirt so that it doesn't go in the wastewater tank. We want as much liquid as possible. We don't want any solids in that tank. There's another filter inside the tank, which I usually clean once a week. And if I didn't use this pre-filter right here, I would have to clean it out daily because that sediment would accumulate inside the tank. And that is another reason why vacuuming is so important. Helps preserve your equipment and reduce the amount of sediment that is being picked up. Okay guys, now on to the machine. This is the engine right here. Honda makes really good engines, so I was glad to pick that up. This is where I control everything. Pressure regulator. This is where I determine how much acid rinse is introduced into the line. This is the temperature gauge. And this is where I pick the heat. All right, so my particular system uses this Little Giant. That's what it's called, Little Giant. It's basically a miniature water heater. So this is going to, I have a propane tank underneath my van. That propane lights fire down here. And I turn it on depending on how much heat I need. Okay, a lot of the other truck mounted systems have what's called a heat exchanger. This does not have that. Okay, I use this water heater. And so the first thing I need to do is turn it on pilot so that I can turn the ignite the pilot light. And I usually have to do this like 3 times. So I'm going to hold this button down to introduce some propane for about 5 seconds. And then I'm going to hit that right button, which looks like a nuclear launch button or something, but I'm going to strike that 3 times. Then I have to look and see if the pilot light is lit. It is not, so we will do this again. Still nothing. Okay, finally got a pilot light. So now we switch it to on. You should hear the flame kick in. There we go. All right, next order of business is to determine how hot we want this water to be. So I don't need it to be really hot. The last job I had was some thicker carpet and it was really dirty. So I had that bad boy on piping, but it doesn't say piping, it says very hot, but I had it hot. So I am going to turn it down. I think right there should be good. All right, so turn it down. Now we are going to turn the machine on, so it's going to get kind of loud. Then I'm going to go in the house, apply the pre-spray, and then agitate and extract. All right, so I'm not going to be talking for the majority of that. But yeah, and then my pressure, I'll probably do around between 250 to 300. If it's like really dirty and thick carpet, you turn the pressure up. And if it's like very low pile and not so dirty, you can turn the pressure down, and that's going to help it dry faster. Okay. Turn my little mount sideways because I normally film in a different format. Okay.
lot easier than using the brush off, right?
Yes, indeed.
Well, that darn thing.
Man, I love this thing. It's been a blessing. I said I used that portable for 10 years, man. It was a long time.
I said, I read the brush off. When I brought it home, I didn't look at it before reading it.
Oh, okay.
And then the brushes weren't clean, because it was so tangled up with
Yeah.
the hair.
Oh, wow.
I put it back and thought, that's what
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't maintain it. Wow. Yeah, you gotta maintain equipment like this, man. Yeah, like I said, I've only had it for a month. I've already had to change the oil. You're supposed to change the oil every 50 hours.
Actually, it's pretty dark right there. You can't tell if it's
Yeah, it's not that dirty. I can tell it's not dirty.
our dog always thinks it's shit about
Yeah. So, to pull all of that out. And again, I just tell people, I mean, it's best to just, do maintenance, cleaning instead of waiting until it does look dirty.
Well, we've only been here a year. Well, we're 2 years in December.
Oh, wow, okay.
And these are all brand new.
Yeah, no, they look great. Yeah, they look wonderful. You see the difference? Okay, okay. We're cooking. Yeah, yeah, hey, we're cutting through it like butter. It's just me and my sons. I used to have a bunch of employees. I got tired of babysitting grown men. I couldn't take it anymore. Make sure you guys be careful in case there's any overspray on the floor. I'll wipe everything up before I leave, but yeah, don't want anybody slipping. Yeah. I usually work 7 days a week. Yeah. Yeah, I don't take days off. No. So I actually started a moving company, and my very first employee used to clean carpet with his father when he was younger. And we were on a move one day, and the customer gave my employee a portable machine. I have no idea why, but yeah, that employee talked me into starting to clean carpet in addition to moving people. And so I bought a portable machine and been doing it ever since. So yeah, I got into it because of him. Yeah, it is. And then another thing I like is I can do it by myself instead of having to rely on people that constantly let me down. Not, it helps, but yeah, a lot of times they really need to rip it up and And I get it, you know, carpet is so expensive these days, they usually can't afford it. But, and then people don't realize that a lot of times they're peeing in the baseboards and you know, and it swells up. And yeah, that cat urine is just the worst, man. I hate it. I hate it so bad.
Just amazing that they don't smell.
Yeah, they become used to it, yeah. All right, let's get to this dirty water.